Who has access to you that hasn't earned it? I think it's very important for all of us to start really asking ourselves that question, because a lot of times we get confused, or we get taught that just because somebody is in our proximity, that means that they should have access to our energy and our presence. But the two don't correlate necessarily. Now, there are times with families, where people are in your, especially when you're a child, that's probably the most vulnerable time that you will have, aside from when you become, elder, that you will have to really, in terms of your choice, your decisions about who is around you, your proximity becomes limited. And that's why we rely on regulated, healthy adults, to ensure that that environment for the child is safe, because they don't have that agency to make the decisions. But if you are a young adult, and if you are an adult, or if you are a parent raising children, we have the power to choose who has access to it. And we have the choice to unfollow or shadow ban, so limit access, right, to people, even if they are people that we quote unquote should talk to, quote unquote should have connection with. But, we don't really want them to have that access to our presence or to the richness of what we bring to their lives, and this is often the case when it comes to whether you've been in relationships that have since connect or disconnected, so divorces, and or it could be family that are related, but you really don't rock like that. You can shadow ban those people too. And let's be real, not everyone deserves access to you. You don't owe everybody a long conversation about why you have made a decision, why you no longer want to be in close proximity to them. Now, like how I am, I usually do have that conversation. Like before I shadow ban people, I most certainly will be honest and let them know if they're doing something that I don't really find productive or I find troublesome. I will try to talk to those individuals to resolve it. But if I see that either one, they're not getting it just because they're on their own journey and they're having their own troubles, that they just need space, then that's what that is. Or it could be, the person just doesn't want to listen to what I'm saying. They don't want to have a reciprocal agreement. They don't want to work together. When I see that, then I start limiting that access. And all of us has the right to do that. Our compass always is what is serving our best interests. And I'm not saying that in a way that's like selfish, right? It's more about self-awareness. So let's not mistake. I'm not saying that do not help others or do not be compassionate for others or not to be service to others, your family, in the community. I'm not saying at all, because we are very much in unity and harmony. But in order to be in proper balance with your family, with the community, with the world, you have to have a positive, healthy connection with yourself and your self-awareness. That includes choosing with intention the type of environments that you put yourself in, where you have to deal with certain things that don't make you feel good, things that are often difficult, things that are often challenging, things that diminish you, things that make you angry and irritable. You can choose those things. And sometimes we lock like our minds. It's like they don't need brick and mortar anymore if they can figure out how to lock ourselves in our own minds. And if we hold as a compass, does this feel good for me? Does this further my self-ascension? Does this help me grow as a person, even if it hurts to grow? But does it further my ascension? And we keep that front and center, then that can guide us in the types of people, the types of environments, the type of places, the type of situations that we want around ourselves. But not just ourselves, but our family. Especially if you're a parent watching this, or not even a parent, if you're a guardian, or if you're an older brother or sister and you have influence, or if you're a community activist, if you are a mentor, we can help others as well with helping guide them with intention on who to have around them as part of their inner circle, y'all. Our inner circles are so important because they very much will pretty much help create the reality, your environment. So you have a whole bunch of toxic people around in close proximity to you just because, other people allow them to be there, and you feel like you don't have any kind of control on it. I just really want to encourage you to not take action immediately. I want you to ask yourself, who has access right now to you? Again, we'll start off with the original question. That doesn't deserve it. And if because of financial situations or whatever it is, connections, relationships, where you have obligations, if you feel trapped, if you feel locked into these relationships, what is the path forward? What is the path to freedom based on truth and love? Not obligation, not duty, not because someone is guilting you in order to receive the presents, but what actually, in truth, is your pathway to freedom, to pursue a life and to live a life of peace and fulfillment and joy for yourself. And start to really dissect that. Like, are the people in your inner circle, are they the right people? Is the home environment that you're in really safe? Is it coordinated? Is it regulated? Is it a place of peace and calm for you? And if it's not, who is causing it? What is causing it? Is it just the environment itself and the inherent danger around it? A lot of times, y'all, we get stuck in certain environments, in situations, just because it feels comfortable to our nervous system to be there. But that does not mean that it's healthy for us. So if you're in an environment or a situation that is unhealthy for you, but you're comfortable there, I want you to start training your nervous system slowly, day by day, to be comfortable with the change you would like to see in your life. So if that means a different relationship, friends, romantic partner, husband, wife, if you want to have a different job, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to walk away from your 9 to 5, you want a different set of friends, start taking baby steps to see how would your world look like, and do things, even if it's just mantras, just if it's affirmations, even if it's just looking at yourself in a mirror, even if it's writing in your journal what you think your life will be like with different people, different circumstances, different environments. That is an amazing step forward. I did that, y'all. So on June 29th, I did that. Everybody been talking about these 100 wishes with the strawberry full moon, and I lumped mine. I did a 13 bucket one, and where I ended with it, was that I choose myself. I choose whatever is going to help me ascend, and I choose different people, situations, and places to grow and thrive in. I want new, and I'm willing to make the sacrifices in my life to release the things that are no longer in alignment with me, so that I can become the version of me that I've been wanting to be. And that is the same kind of exercise you're going to have to do. What sacrifices are you going to have to do? What are you going to have to release? How do you get your nervous system and your subconscious to be ready to take that leap into the version of you that's becoming? But you have to do that work. You have to do the baby steps. You have to start training your nervous system to be okay as an entrepreneur, to be okay as a single woman or man, to be okay moving across the country or moving out the country. You have to start doing your research. If you're going to talk about moving out the country, you got to start seeing how much it costs. You got to start seeing how much it would save you. This is what I'm talking about, doing baby steps to really move your manifestation, taking it from potential into the actual. Entelechy. All right, y'all. I hope y'all doing well. I hope that this message is helpful. Shalom.